So on our little 525B Janome sewing machine, this is your stitch selection right here, and it just turns. And it also, I'm noticing as I turn it, it makes little tiny turns too. Clicks, I should say. So like from C to D, can you hear the little clicks in there? So I'm wondering if actually I can vary the stitch length in between these two, in between the, from one stitch to another. I'll have to kind of play with that and see. But this has a, for a little sewing machine, this has a good selection because most of the time you're going to be working with a straight or zigzag stitch. So this one here is a very fine length for your fine fabrics. This right here is a little bit longer length, and it is for your medium weight fabrics. And this right here will be a longer stitch for your more heavyweight fabrics. This one right here is almost like a basting stitch because it's pretty long. And then E right here is the same as C, but it changes your needle position to the left side. You can see these little circles right there, which is telling you your needle position. So these are all in the center, and then this one here moves over to the left. And you would kind of use it, I guess, for like top stitching. And then you've got different lengths of your zigzags as far as width and length. So obviously this is for your heavier weight fabrics, medium weight fabrics, and the small one would be for your finer fabrics, which is great for knits. And this is fun. This is a fun decorative stitch right here. You could use that like on the bottom edge of like a shirt or something, and then even cut off beyond that right there and have a really pretty scalloped edge. And this is great right here because a 3-step zigzag is ideal for elastic. So I feel like, for a small sewing machine, this has a pretty good selection of stitches. Okay, I wanted to show you because I like to kind of chart out my stitches to kind of see what length they are. And I'm hoping that you can see them on camera. But you can see the different lengths. It's hard. I should have used a colored, I used white, so it's really hard to see on the white paper. I hope you can see it. Let me see if I can get it to zoom in right. So this is the real fine, the medium, the longer, the basting, and that's that number E that's kind of used for top stitching, and it moves over to the left needle position. And here's your zigzags right here. And there's that pretty scallop stitch. And then the 3-step zigzag. So I'm really impressed actually with the tension on this machine. And I did do a sample here with fabric. And the stitches are actually quite beautiful, front and back. The stitches are, the tension is just really good. So that's your real fine one right there. That's the longer, the medium weight. This is getting into your longer stitch length for heavier fabrics. That's that number, that letter E for your top stitching. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the basting. And then this is the top stitching. And your zigzags. I varied my zigzag as I went down. This is the longer zigzag here, and the shorter, and then the real fine zigzag. And then right here you've got that pretty scallop stitch. And do I not have the Z? Oh, here it is. Okay. there is the 3-step zigzag. And then I think right there I just did another sample of the real fine stitching. But as you can see, the tension is very, very even. Here's the other side. Okay, so very nice, I think. And yeah, so it's really easy to operate. You just turn it. Now I noticed from going from D to E that I do not have that. It goes straight there. Unlike these ones, I can actually hear that little click. So you may be able to actually vary the stitch length in between, like get a middle range. I'm not sure. I'll have to kind of play around with that. But anyway, just wanted to show you the stitch lengths here. And this is the tension right here. So it goes from 0 all the way up to, I believe, number 9. So when you do play with your stitches, you'll want to usually right in the middle is that's where I just kind of keep it at, is number 4. Like between, you'll see it's kind of got this square around 3, 4, and 5. And I just keep it right on 4. There's like a little, can you see the little mark right there? There's like a little mark that it's kind of in the plastic. It's upright. It's kind of like a wedge right there. I can actually stick my fingernail in it. And that's where the placement will be for the tension. And so you'll just, increase or decrease your tension depending on what you're sewing. When you are on a zigzag stitch, you always want to make sure actually that you decrease your tension, go to a lower number, because it just needs more space zigging and zagging, and that when you decrease the tension, it'll help your stitches to lie flat. If you don't decrease it, it will start kind of puckering your fabric. Okay, so you may have noticed that I'm kind of opened up here. So when I got my sewing machine, unfortunately, the thread guide down here broke, and it was in shipping. It just, the foot pedal and all that was in here, and it wasn't wrapped separately, and it caused, I actually did find the little piece of thread guide in the box that it was shipped in. I bought it on eBay, so yeah, tip if you're ever going to, if you're ever going to sell sewing machines, you want to make sure that you really wrap those separate things really good so that they're not banging up against the sewing machine itself and breaking other components on it. So can you see how it's broken right there? So I was able to find a replacement needle bar with the thread guide from Sewing Parts Online, and I am not affiliated with the company at all, but I love shopping there. They have great customer service, and so I will be replacing this needle bar. When I do figure out how to do that, obviously I'm going to have to take apart the back of the machine to be able to get into there. So when I figure that out, I will do a video and show how to do that, just in case you also have a broken thread guide on your needle bar. Okay, all right, that's it.